Oh my goodness. We're live. I want to make sure you guys can hear me. What is happening? Yeah, Cole, we do in fact suck. This is absurd. So there's 10 seconds left in the game. Cowboys lose the 49ers 42-10. Um, you know, back home. Let me see if I can get the light fixed around here. Ooh, that's rough. God. Yeah, this hurts. Absolutely heartbreaking game by the Cowboys. Terrible, terrible performance. And I was, I wasn't. I was gonna make a video. That was the plan after this game, win or lose. But after something like that, I don't even know like what you do, right? What happens after a loss like this? Um, Tank for Caleb Williams. Yeah, the Cowboys, like someone said, Cowboys are too good to tank for Caleb Williams. This is just one of those that like it gives you no hope for the future of the Cowboys, especially this season, because you don't feel like you're in the upper echelon of the 49ers and the Philadelphia Eagles. That's what sucks so bad about this game is it doesn't feel like after this you have a chance to go on and compete in the playoffs with those top two teams. It's absurd. It's absurd. And, I can understand if the Cowboys went out there and lost like they did in the playoffs. You lose 19-12, whatever, 16-23, whatever the hell you lose by. But to go out there and lose like this is heartbreaking to the core. To the core. Yeah, and I think this game did break us. Someone, Janie, yeah, this game broke us. It feels like it, that's for sure. Especially the fans, because the whole thing was going into this game that this was the Cowboys Super Bowl. They were going to treat it like their Super Bowl. And then what? This was another week 5 game for the 49ers. 49ers come in here and mop the floor with Dallas. I mean, come on. Okay. Balloon Head Tiger, what do you think we should change about our team or anything? So when you play this bad, typically it's not one person, obviously. We know that. And yes, the 3 interceptions for Dak is going to be, the talk of everything this coming week or whatever. But, it's not just one person. And I feel like it boils down to coaching, and no one had a good game tonight. If you can find me one person on Dallas that had a good game, that played like they wanted to win this game, I'll give it to you. I'll let you start making videos on this channel because not one person that I can point out had a good game. So let's look at a little bit of the stats because I know the run game was awful tonight. Awful. And then, obviously play calling and stuff. Someone said that in the chat too. The play calling was absolutely abysmal as well. But the run game sucked. Dak was 14 of 24, averaging 6.4 yards per attempt. Pollard had 8 carries for 29 yards. He had that fumble at the beginning of the game that killed Dallas. Yeah. CD had 4 catches for 49. So, as a team, it's just, yeah, that one nice play to Turpin kind of felt like a, I don't know. Guys, this is absolutely heartbreaking. And I wish I could get my computer to work so I could put this thumbnail on here, but it don't look like it's going to work. Man. I guess we're just going to roll with this. Okay, so the conversation this coming week is going to be about Dak, right? Obviously, not a good game. And at this point, it does feel like sitting here right now, it doesn't feel like Dak is going to be that guy. And I know people are going to say it wasn't on him. I 100% agree. This game was not. Dak lost 42 to 10. Defense got ran over. Brock Purdy had all the time in the world. As much as I love Micah, Micah disappeared in this game. So, Dak certainly played awful. And it does feel like Dak is limited as a quarterback, and it feels like the 49ers are his boogeyman. That's just simple as it is. It feels like the 49ers are Dak's boogeyman, and it's that hump that he might never get over in his career. And that sucks because this is the team you're going to be facing for the next 5 to 10 years trying to get past to get to a Super Bowl. They haven't done it the past two. They're not going to do it this year. Based on what we saw tonight, the 49ers are going to come in the divisional round, or if you even make it, even think about the NFC Championship game, they're going to run you over just like they did tonight. And that sucks. That sucks. Yeah. I mean, I get why everybody's mad at Dak. 100%. I agree. Awful game. 3 interceptions. Some of those, at the end of the game, forced the one downfield, forced the one on a slant to Gallup, and then forced another one that was picked off. It's just like the game was over by that point. It's not like he played well beforehand either, So, yeah. Okay. Something else I gotta talk about. This West Coast offense is ridiculous. This West Coast offense is awful. I complained about Kellen Moore's play calling, but this is bad play calling. This is bad design by Brian Schottenheimer and Mike McCarthy. Playing along the line of scrimmage and playing 3 yards past the line of scrimmage and then 3 yards behind, playing in that 6-yard radius is not going to win you games against good teams. And Dallas was trying to tonight. You cannot run the ball and throw little short passes out to the right. The linebackers, their defense is too fast, too good. You're not going to win. It's not going to happen. And you would think in Mike's brain, after however long, we can't keep doing what we're doing. And it's just like, I was talking earlier in the game too. It was that Dallas had like 3 drives or whatever, not one first down. Then Dallas takes a shot down the field. Next thing you know, you didn't gain any yards on first down, and it's 2nd and 10 for an offense that's been struggling all night. So it's just everything feels off, especially on the offensive side of the ball. It hasn't felt right all year. Then it certainly didn't in this game. They scored 10 points. Even if the defense holds them to 19, once again, you added a receiver. You have CD. You have Tolbert, who's taken a step this year. I like Ferguson better than I like Schultz last year. I like Pollard better than I did Zeke last year. You've gotten better, and you've gotten worse. How? How do you get worse? How do you get beat 42 to 10? And it felt like as soon as this game started, I was like, oh, this is going to be one of those, It's going to be one of those games. Yeah, the whole first quarter without a first down is mind-boggling. We've seen some bad performances from the Cowboys offense before, and I can't remember if Kellen was the play caller. In 2019 against the Broncos, it was similar to this game. It was a 42 to 10, whatever. Cowboys got curb stomped. But I cannot remember a Kellen Moore offense stalling this bad, especially to start a game. Usually, they'll stall and, first down, punt, 2 first downs, punt. At least you're changing field position. But the first quarter of this game, Dallas did nothing. They should have been down 24 to 0, 21 to 0. So it is tough because this week is going to be awful for all of us Cowboys fans. It's going to be rough from people that cover the Cowboys like myself here on YouTube all the way up to don't watch ESPN this week for your mental health, all of that stuff. It's just going to be rough. And it should be. This is terrible. Terrible. Yeah, that's one thing too. Dak didn't look great, but he was at least scoring when Kellen Moore was play calling. I agree. Which Dallas put up 12 last year against Dallas did put up 12 last year in the playoffs too. So it wasn't like they scored a bunch of points with McCarthy against the 49ers either. But man, this offense felt more lethargic than it did in the last year's playoff loss. And I think we rely a lot on Dan Quinn. I think we rely a lot on Dan Quinn getting this defense ready, holding them to 20 points, 24, and you hope the offense can do enough. Can't. So, it's awful. Oh, thank you for the $2. Absolutely, Mike McCarthy is holding Dak back. Yes, I 100% agree. I do think this West Coast offense is slowing down everything, and it's making everything. Dallas is playing within a 5-yard box of the line of scrimmage, 3 yards up, 2 yards behind it. It doesn't feel like there's any threat of taking downfield shots. And the worst part is when they do take downfield shots, they feel misplaced. They feel like they've been so lethargic that they go, oh my goodness, we have to throw it deep. We got to start throwing it deep because, we have it. We've thrown 3-yard little outs. We've thrown 3-yard curls to the tight ends. It feels like they're just misplaced. And, this offense is a long way from what it was last year. And even with Kellen Moore, and I'll admit, people don't like to admit it when they're wrong, but I thought Kellen Moore was holding this offense back as well. But when you go back and you look at the numbers, they tell you that Kellen Moore was pretty good. So, and I'll tell you right now, the numbers are telling you that Mike McCarthy is pulling this offense back. They're pulling the reins in. It's awful. It really is. It's been awful. Old Bean, I'll hold you, dude. This is all, man. It's nothing but pain out here in the Cowboys streets, and it's going to be pain all week long hearing everybody talk about it. Fun part is the Cowboys got the Chargers coming up. So the Cowboys offense takes a crap once again, then, we get to hear about it because Kellen Moore is going to be on the other side. So thank you, Old Bean, for the $4.99. I really appreciate it. One of my friends did bring up to me, because a lot of people say that Dak's declining. A lot of the people that cover the Cowboys will tell you that, Dak's a good quarterback. I agree. Top 10, all that stuff. But it does feel like ever since Dak lost John Kitna, the quarterback coach, it feels like he started to regress back. Because 2020 Dak was on fire when this defense was bad. This 2020 Dak was at the top of the league in every major category. He was the only reason you were staying in any games. And, now it just feels like it's been a while since Dak's the reason that you won a football game. So it does feel like he's regressing. I don't think Dak's trash. I don't think he's trash, but I do think that it's going to be tough to win a Super Bowl with him. And I've been saying it since the start of the year that this is the most talented roster that I've seen Dallas have in a decade. And you know what? If Dak can't get it done, then it's time to start having those conversations that maybe there's time that you step away and you look to go somewhere else at the quarterback position. So it's kind of my take on it. It does suck because the likelihood that you find someone better than Dak or you find a top 5 quarterback is slimmer than you just going. The chances are just so slim. You feel like you're really taking a risk moving off of a quarterback that you guys might not agree, but is at least top 10 to top 12 in the league, right? And I think a lot of people get caught up watching Cowboys games because they think in their mind, they're grading every single throw that Dak makes. It's hard. You get in this echo chamber of Dak sucks, Dak sucks, Dak sucks. It's just unfortunate. And I love Dak, always have, but man, Man, games like this or what last year too in the playoffs, games like that, you just make you want to, hey, if you are watching this stream right now, make my night a tad bit better by just liking the live stream. It tells other people to come in here and hang out, you know, cry away their stress from this Cowboys game. All right. So just like the video. It'll help me out a lot. Oh my God. Some of these comments, people. All right. Some of these comments. Okay. Oh, so I'm glad someone brought that out. Lunar Love said, is Bland injured? So Bland did leave this game, and that was something else that I didn't want to talk about. So thank you for reminding me. The Cowboys had a good bit of injuries in this game. Leighton Vander Esch went down, Donovan Wilson, Deron Bland, Dallas Law. I believe Jordan Lewis was out for a couple plays. Tyler Biotish got hurt as well, but did come back in. It just felt like everybody was getting hurt. Like everything that could go wrong with this game was going wrong. I mean, this is one of those nights, man. And it's tough as a Cowboys fan because I just like everyone said in the chat, we're so excited for this game. It felt like this was Dallas's chance to prove that they could get over the hump of beating the 49ers. And they didn't just get beat. They got absolutely, it was destroyed. They gashed Dallas's defense. Dak had the 3 interceptions. The offense looked lethargic. I mean, it really doesn't get much worse than what we saw tonight. Like I said, I haven't seen a Cowboys game that bad in probably since the Denver game in I want to say it was 2019, 2018. I mean, man. Thank you, Thunderbird. I really appreciate it. Thanks for watching the content. Everybody that's here, I don't know if you guys have seen my videos or not before, but thank you for supporting the channel. It does mean a lot. I'm probably going to wait until tomorrow to make a full-length video. So hang out, check that out tomorrow, probably sometime earlier in the day. But yeah. Yeah. Okay, so one more thing before we go. I am going to end the stream here in a minute. I've been ranting for 20 straight minutes. But make me want to cry when reviewing some of these games. Dang. Sorry, I'm getting all distracted. The chat distracts me half the time. I forgot what I was gonna say. But yeah. I really appreciate you guys watching the channel. I don't want to be on here too long. But I do appreciate you guys coming to hang out for the time being. Back at home for a little bit. Back in North Kakalaki, North Carolina, baby. Oh, Micah. That's what I was going to talk about. So the 49ers were doing a lot of things defensively. And when the all 22 comes out, we'll look at it a little bit more, probably on some shorts and stuff. But the 49ers have done a good job of neutralizing Micah Parsons in the past, and they did a good job tonight. I mean, he was pretty much a non-factor in this game. And, when your best pass rusher isn't getting any pressure, Brock Purdy sitting back there all comfortable, and he's making throws on crossers, to Brandon Ayuk and Deebo Samuel and all that stuff. It's like, your best pass rusher can't get there, you're out. So it sucks. Micah didn't really show up tonight. I love Micah. I hope he gets paid. Hope Dallas pays him a ton of money. But man, nobody on Dallas showed up tonight. Not one person had a good game for Dallas tonight. And that sucks. Even your best player. Yeah, you can say, look at the film all you want. That Micah shrunk on the big stage. But, okay. Football doesn't work like Micah went one-on-one and lost his one-on-one matchup every single time. They were chipping him. They were doubling him. They were running to his side. They were neutralizing him in ways that we've seen other teams do, like the Eagles have. And good teams tend to do that. Good teams tend to take Micah out of the game. We've seen it numerous times throughout the years. Run at him, chip him, move him off his spot. Don't let him one-on-one rush consistently or he's going to win. And you know what, Mike? I had one quarterback hurry. Don't quote me on that. One quarterback hurry, no sacks, you know. So it was a bad game for everybody around. Not getting the ball to CD, absurd. So, none of your best players came tonight, showed up to play. Awful job by Mike. Awful job by Dak. Dan Quinn, everybody. And, I love this team regardless. And I don't believe the season's over. I do think that this slows down the Super Bowl talk for just a little while. Slows it down. Maybe we need to chill out on the Super Bowl talk. That's what it does. The season's not over. The Cowboys are probably going to be a playoff team. The weakness of the NFC is probably going to allow them to slip into the playoffs. So the season's not over. I know it does feel like the season's over, but I am here to tell you that it's not. And we got to watch this team and hope this team does well for 12 more games this year. So, and probably another one because they're going to be in the playoffs. And then after that, get into the dance, see what happens. So, like I said, if you're in the chat right now, please make sure you like the stream. It tells everybody to watch the stream. I came on here and ranted. This is my video for tonight. I don't really see a point in sitting down and editing an entire thing when I can just come on here and tell you guys how I feel straight up. Okay. Carlos, thank you for the $9.99. This game was lost by the offense in that first quarter. Trade Dak to the Jets, get something before they get nothing. The Rams traded Goff. The Eagles traded Wentz. Do it now before it's too late. I mean, we've seen teams move off of quarterbacks. We've seen like you said, the Rams moved off of Goff, 2 years removed from a Super Bowl. It's not a thing that's unheard of for a team to start moving on and trying to figure out how to live without their quarterback. Not necessarily thinking the Jets would be interested just because they have Aaron Rodgers, but maybe there is a team out there that would be interested in Dak, and I'm not sure what the logistics on his contract are, all that stuff. But I think after this year, we're going to see where this goes. I know everybody's at an all-time high right now, emotionally, but we'll see where it goes. And then from there, you make a decision on Dak. That might even require tanking in 2024, eating that $60 million on Dak's contract, and then you move off of him after that year. So that's my take on the situation. The season's not over quite yet. I'm not ready to completely tank, and it does feel like the world's caving in, but, we still got a lot of football to play. Thank you, James, for the $4.99. You guys are killing it on the super chats in the chat right now. I appreciate the support. I'm glad you guys got on here. I know the thumbnail is all whack, all messed up. So I thank you guys for getting on here, hanging out with me after the game. I might stream again tomorrow for a little bit and then, make my video talking about the Cowboys, what went wrong, everything. Can I make a video about everything? Just list them off one by one. So thank you guys for coming. I really appreciate it. Thank you to everybody that donated in the chat. Carlos, Bean, everybody, James, thank you guys. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. You see my video? Come hang out with me. Check it out. I love you all. Bye.